in a massive turn of events, Tyreek Hill will be suiting up for the Miami Dolphins next season, and that is wild. This NFL offseason has been insane. I've had to do so many rebuilds with new players and new teams, and I've only really scratched the surface. Still haven't gotten to the Bills with Von Miller. Still haven't gotten to a number of these different teams. Still haven't done the Texans without Deshaun Watson, Seahawks without Russell Wilson. I haven't gotten any of these yet because so many things keep happening, and this is one in a long line. This offseason is the craziest of all time. I might do a video just on everything that's happened, grading free agent signings, things like that. So stay tuned for that on the channel. But let's go ahead and get into this Miami Dolphins rebuild with Tyreek Hill, with Teron Armstead. This team's going to be looking nice. So setting up contracts and getting the correct players in the team only took me like an hour. But yeah, I have Tyreek Hill's contract in here. We don't know the bonus, so I estimated 11.6, which is going to be more than that. But he's already getting paid like 30 per year. So I went a little bit easy on the bonus. But this is what the team looks like. It isn't great still. Austin Jackson has to start at right tackle just because of his superstar or star dev. I just have to. It's not an amazing unit, but I think there's a chance Austin Jackson goes back to his more natural position of tackle anyway. And maybe just for the sake of development trade here, I'll put Solomon Kidley at center. It's an upgrade over Michael Dieter at least. So I made most of the moves that I could. I didn't get Teddy Bridgewater. I'm not sure where he is. He's not going to play an impact in this anyway. Tua is going to be our starter. Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmonds. We got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. You might not even be able to see Tyreek Hill on your screen. You might be wondering why I'm looking so spiffy for this ad read. Well, that's because the sponsor of today's video is Mack Weldon. And whether you're looking for a nice dress shirt, maybe something to go out or work in, or you're looking to upgrade your sweats, maybe you need gear to stand up against any weather, Mack Weldon has you covered. And I would know because I basically live in Mack Weldon clothes, especially the sweatpants. I'm wearing blue right now because I was wearing these before I put on this dress shirt for the ad read. But you could wear these with this dress shirt. Everyone's going to think it's khakis. It's not. This is flexible, stretchy, comfortable sweatpants. The Ace sweatpants from Mack Weldon. Like these are khakis, but they're not. I'm wearing blue sweatpants right now. Maybe some of you a little bit more bold than me would opt to go for this look, but I would probably wear khakis with this, which are the Ace sweatpants, because I'm sneaky. And even though my main use of Mack Weldon and their Ace sweatpants is just around the house or even out to the store if I have to go, but when I went to Taste of Texas, which is a restaurant in Texas, they are dress code only. You got to be like business casual or looking nice. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to test the Mack Weldon Ace sweatpants. No problem at all, because they look like nice pants despite being so soft and so comfortable. I'm not joking about this. This isn't hyperbole. I'm not exaggerating. These are that comfortable and they look that nice. So whether you're looking to dress up with a 37.5 Oxford or still look nice while being extremely comfortable with the Ace sweatpants, Mack Weldon is the place to go. And to get a huge 20% off your first order, all you have to do is visit mackweldon.com/BengalYT and also use code BengalYT at mackweldon.com. So mackweldon.com/BengalYT, 20% off your first order. Find your perfect look for the spring. Thanks to Mack Weldon for sponsoring this video. All right, that's a little bit better. Jalen Waddle will be receiver 2 over Devontae Parker. You got Cedric Wilson in there as well. I might look for a trade partner. See if anyone wants to take Devontae Parker off our hands, because he's not going to be in the long-term future of this team now that I'm running the show. Andrew Van Ginkel is up to superstar dev, which he just got for some reason. Does this make me want to keep Andrew Van Ginkel now? Not really, but kinda. So going into the NFL draft now, our available salary cap is -8 mil after setting up the contract. So that really isn't great. Gonna have to figure out what to do about that. But we are into the 4th round here now. And we'll just see what we can do. I may be looking at a linebacker here. Like, there are some good receivers. It's not really a position of need. What is our linebacker? There's some good options. There's some serviceable options at the very least. But I am going to look on the offensive line. I'm going to go with Chris Paul here. Not that Chris Paul, but he's a really, really good athlete out of Tulsa. And he is the newest Miami Dolphin. Yes, our offensive line is kind of looking a little bit better. I want a little bit more depth, and there's a chance Chris Paul can start. So that was the idea with that pick. Didn't love the linebackers, and I kind of just want to see what we have on the team. I'll show you. I've already made some changes. First and foremost with the scheme. We're going to a 4-3 now, I think, to better suit the talent we have here. And I don't know. Terrell Bernard's still here. Linebackers kind of been cleaned out. So we're going to go with Amari Barno. Just plain and simple, one of the most athletic players in the entire draft. Ran 4.36 at 6'5", 250. He is an amazing athlete. And that will do it for the draft. We're negative 9.46 in cap room. 9.46 million, I should say. Got to figure that out. Got to make some changes. Now, some of these random contracts that I had to add, because the Dolphins did it in real life, that money will eventually be coming off the books. I might try and trade Cedric Wilson. The bottom line is we need money. All right, I had noticed that Anthony Walker was on the team, so I cut him because he's not actually on the team. Although I'm running the show now, I can pretty much do whatever I want. Devontae Parker, Eric Rowe, Jesse Davis is getting cut. This is Sethan Carter cut. Zach Seiler leaving as well. Greg Little getting cut. This is good. But now we're into the positive in cap space. We can do even better if we were to move Devontae Parker. And I don't think we need him. Now the question on defense becomes, do we need Eric Rowe? And I think the answer is yes. I think we're actually going to maybe make this trade happen. I think it's very possible. Devontae Parker, a 4th and a 5th, gets us Adrian Amos and Vernon Scott for cap purposes, so the Seahawks, or not Seahawks, so the Packers can take on the Devontae Parker contract. Adrian Amos is a big upgrade over Eric Rowe. They both are 29. The big difference, as you'll see, is the overall. Adrian Amos is just way better. 88 overall compared to the 79 of Eric Rowe. Nobody wants Eric Rowe. We could just outright cut him. I'm going to try and get a draft pick in return. Okay, big trade. Eric Rowe, Liam Eichenberg, and a 6th are on the move. We got Mike McGlinchey. So that is my starter at right tackle. So all we did here is get rid of players we don't really need anymore. Devontae Parker, Eric Rowe. We upgraded with Adrian Amos and Mike McGlinchey. And we really didn't have to give up any good picks. So now I'm actually really happy with where the team is. Still have a needed outside linebacker, undoubtedly. But offensively, we look decent. Just got to try and develop these guys, and I'm hoping we can. So this is the team. TYREEK Hill, Jalen Waddle. How can I get his X Factor activated? How do I make that be a thing? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to make the X Factor actually work. I don't know. Well, you see the team. Let's go ahead and see how they perform. See at the midseason mark. And it's a pretty good start. 5-2 atop the AFC East. We do have a breakout player challenge as well. It's for Javon Holland. Love Javon Holland. I haven't really gotten a chance to talk about the rest of the team here. It's not like it's a rebuild at the start of the year where I break down where I find to be the strengths and weaknesses. Many of you will know I'm a huge Javon Holland guy. I loved him coming out of Oregon in the draft. And he backed it up with a really good rookie season. And hopefully he can go up to superstar dev. That would be massive for this rebuild, because this team's coming together pretty nicely now. And we have to make some tough decisions about players to bring back or let go. And what's our money going to look like? We do have the cap room to bring back Amos at the very least. Let's prioritize, though. Let's get Mike Gesicki first. Where I know I say prioritize and then I go after a tight end who can't block. But I like Mike Gesicki and he will stay in Miami. Then I want Christian Wilkins too. I would like Christian Wilkins as well. And he's going to sign back. Andrew Van Ginkel's kind of an odd one, because usually I would be out. But he has superstar dev all of a sudden. And he wants to get paid like one of the top edge guys in the league. Not quite, but you're not getting anywhere close to this. This is a ridiculous contract. There's no way. Look to extend Mike McGlinchey. It's a 5-year deal. And Adrian Amos, do I want to make him a 4-year contract offer? I probably do. And maybe I can pay a little bit less. And Amos is back. Now, Andrew Van Ginkel might have increased trade value because of his superstar development. So, basically, it's now or never if I want to move him. And I can't. I don't have the cap room. How is that possible? This Cedric Wilson contract is killing me. I'm getting rid of Cedric Wilson. I don't care. Brandon Jones, another guy I like quite a bit in the back end. He should be rated a little bit higher, I think. Hook 'em horns, no bias. Okay, that's the trade. Cedric Wilson for Logan Wilson. Andrew Van Ginkel, superstar dev, headed to Cincinnati. We're getting a 3rd, and we're trading a 6th to get it done. I maybe should have considered Tyler Boyd as an option. And I'll tell you what, I know the Dolphins went out and signed Cedric Wilson in real life. He just doesn't work here. Doesn't work in Madden land. Had to make a move, and we did. But now, the depth at receiver is horrible. We did upgrade it outside linebacker. Logan Wilson is superstar dev, and he's only 26. I'd rather have Logan Wilson anyway. Probably going to change that number. Antonio Brown is a free agent. For 1 year, that's not horrible. I think we can pretty much only afford Sammy Watkins, though. So it's a slight upgrade for now. Sammy Watkins, mid-season acquisition. Browns are only 2-5, by the way. Usually they're much better. But we beat them 21-17. Did we get Javon Holland upgraded? No, it never happens. It never happens. As far as re-signing guys, don't care about Michael Dieter. Myles Gaskin is just too low of an overall. I would have to sign him for next to nothing, and he's not going to want to play for next to nothing. So he's probably not going to play for me. Most are going to be gone. J.K. Scott, we can bring back in free agency or do better. All right, season is over. We went 11-6, won the division, made the wild card round where we face the Cincinnati Bengals, who we stole Logan Wilson from. And Tua had a pretty good year. 4,900 yards, 36 touchdowns, fewer than 10 interceptions. That's great. Rushing Raheem Mostert was horrible. So is Chase Edmonds. We had no running game at all. Jalen Waddle had 37 carries. Receiving, Jalen Waddle had 1,590 yards, nearly 1,600. 1,590 is quite a performance. He's getting better. 6 touchdowns on over 100 catches. Gesicki, 100 catches for over 1,000 yards, 14 TDs. Tyreek Hill wasn't as involved as he should have been. I'll say that. But these are not horrible numbers. They're just not even close to what we're paying him. He's probably going to go in the slot next year. And now that Jalen Waddle should be superstar X Factor after this amazing season, I don't think there's any reason to play him in the slot. Jerome Baker, 113 tackles, 3 for loss. Emmanuel Ogbah, 22 for loss with 10.5 sacks. Jalen Phillips had 11. Would love to see him get upgraded. And the interception, Xavier Howard had 5. See if we can beat the Bengals here. +2 overall. But it doesn't matter for anything. 42-28 is your final. And we have an early exit. And we're headed to the offseason. Chiefs beat the Seahawks? The Seahawks in the Super Bowl? Huh. We have 16 mil in available salary cap now, which is nice. And we'll check out the season recap, which has Patrick Mahomes winning MVP, David Culley Coach of the Year, Von Miller with the Rams Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, didn't go to the Bills in this. And Rookie of the Year, Kenny Pickett with the Saints, Trayvon Walker with the Panthers. It's an interesting one. Is there anyone I want to re-sign? Just double checking. J.K. Scott, Raheem Mostert's getting worse. Sammy Watkins getting worse. Gaskin, no. We're going to let everybody walk. Only 16.7 mil to potentially spend in free agency. It's not a lot, but I don't think there's like any wiggle room here. Tyreek Hill is only going to get more expensive. Connor Williams might end up being the odd man out here. Trade candidate for sure. Is there a world where I can really comfortably trade Connor Williams? I believe so. Chris Paul could just start at left guard and we're good to go. Austin Jackson could be on the move. Package Austin Jackson and Connor Williams maybe. We need a running back. and we need to get better on defense. Logan Wilson up to Superstar X Factor. Like to see that. Doesn't have a high enough overall for the next upgrade, but he's nearly an 85. Agba Superstar, Amos Superstar. Did Xavier Howard have Superstar X Factor? I want to say that he did. He is regressing, unfortunately. We need to get better on defense. It's outside linebacker. And maybe something across the D-line, like a better D-tackle over Raekwon Davis. A corner. Kareem Hunt is here. Be a good pairing with Tyreek Hill. Wow, Marcus Peters accepted. I gave him like nothing. I offered on a few different players. The fact that Marcus Peters is the only one to even make a decision is mind-boggling. He is on a small deal. What are the exact details? 1 year, 7.3 mil. So I just thought he was a good upgrade. Good addition to the secondary. But I really did not expect him to sign. We're going to be out on Kareem Hunt now. Still going after punter Jake Bailey. Might try and upgrade at running back, but it's not going to be here in free agency. And I think you can say the same thing comfortably about linebacker. There's just not a lot here to develop. And that's what I'm interested in doing, is developing talent, because his team is still like not all the way there yet, but the pieces are in place. I just got to watch these guys get better. Private workouts, a lot of quarterbacks here. I'm not really interested. I'm rocking with Tua. I'm going to look at a corner, even with Marcus Peters. One of those guys could move around. A lot of quarterbacks in this class, like a ton. I'm going to look at receiver probably too. Now, you might remember the Dolphins have 2 first-round picks this year. So we could move around the board a little bit, get ourselves in position. And yeah, we're going to have to pick up the 5th-year option on Tua. Wait. No. Okay. The reason I'm not is because I think he's still a low enough overall where we can extend him and it's going to be cheaper long term. Whereas if I wait, I think it's going to be slightly more expensive. So that's a little bit of a gamble, but the 5th-year option does have a pretty high price tag associated with it for a top 5 pick. So I'm going to hold off. You got Jake Bailey, which is nice. 8.61 mil. And the draft's going to be pretty wild because we might move around a lot. I'm not going after a quarterback, and there are a lot of QBs that are going to fly off the board here, which is good for the teams that don't need QB. Our first pick is at 22, which is a bit of a ways down the board. Would have preferred to be a lot higher. 22 and 24. We don't need a quarterback. Let's look at our other options. Tremaine Hitchcock is really good. Not the fastest, but he's really good. I don't know, maybe with deep press, A zone coverage, Tremaine Hitchcock at safety? Probably not, but I want to get myself in position to draft him just because he looks really good. And we do still need corner, even if it doesn't seem like a huge need this season. When you go in the draft, you're not drafting for just the next 17 games now. You're drafting for the next 4 years. Love having a receiver 95% scouted and not no catching. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Sweet. 80% scouted. We know he's good at run blocking. We don't know his short route running. We don't know his medium route running. We don't know his deep route running. We don't know his release. We don't know catching traffic. At 80%. All we really know is that the game sucks. Yeah, I don't really like the receivers that I've seen, and we don't really know a ton about a lot of these guys because it's Madden 22 scouting. Horrible. If the corner is there at 4, I'm moving up. Just gonna be what happens. Now, he could go earlier, like right here at 3, but he doesn't. I'm moving up. Okay, making a big trade. It's going to be a controversial one, but Byron Jones is on the move, going at the Titans. We're trading number 80 projected next year, number 88 actually this year. We're getting number 29 and Bud Dupree. Now, you might be wondering, why would you want Bud Dupree? And that's a good question. I don't want Bud Dupree at all. He is awful at this point. He is super expensive. Why would I want that? Just for cap reasons. We needed to take on that contract in order to get rid of Byron Jones' contract. It was worth about 17 mil as well. We cleared so much money. So much money. And when we know we can easily replace him in the draft right now and probably get a better player moving forward, it was a no doubt decision. And what? Oh, penalty 0 mil, savings 17. Thanks for being on the team, bud. And boom, we're moving up 20 spots from 24. We also have number 22. I managed to hold on to that. So we have the first round pick we just got from the Titans, 24-29 on the move, as well as a 4th next year for number 4. So essentially what this trade boils down to is Byron Jones and a 1st rounder for number 4 while clearing the contract, if that makes sense. So here we are. We're taking Tremaine Hitchcock. He just looks so good. Gotta take him. And here we are. From Tennessee. Kind of some correlation there with the Titans, even though we made the trade with the Falcons. Only 90 speed, but the man and zone were there. We knew he wasn't going to be crazy fast. 90 speed's good enough. I'm excited to see his overall. I think it's going to be fairly close to 80, maybe a 78, which would be very happy with. And with that other 1st rounder, I'm looking at a running back. I really do. Okay, this is the trade I've settled on. It's Connor Williams, a 3rd rounder this year, number 90, a 5th next year from Miles Sanders, who should only be getting better, and a 4th rounder this year. So it's just an upgrade at running back. Got some youth in there, but it's not going after anybody crazy. Getting rid of Connor Williams while still holding on to this 1st round pick, which hopefully I can turn around for a linebacker. Jalen Hodges is intriguing. All we really know is A, pursuit, which is really good. And he's fast. He's got elite or great for everything except for agility. Jalen Hodges, I might want to take a shot at him. Walter Steeples, maybe, C pursuit. No, I like the look of Jalen Hodges. And we're building the Jalen team anyway. Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips. What about Jalen Hodges? Let's get it done. All right, Jalen Hodges is actually the only middle linebacker on the board right now. The other one got taken. I say only. Like, the top one got taken is what I'm trying to say. But Hodges, I think, is going to be better. Great athlete. Like, those ratings you don't see every day. And then the skills, we know at least pursuit is great. I'm comfortable taking a shot on him. Only normal dev, but 89 speed, 90 acceleration. Linebacker is one of the most easy positions to upgrade dev trait. Very easy. However, really depends what that overall is. This D tackle Roy Nash has B block shed and finesse moves with A play rec. All right, Roy Nash. Hidden dev, welcome to Miami. And I think that's going to do it for my draft. I think we did quite well. Well, let's see if I'm right. Draft recap. Show me what you got. Okay. I'll take that. Roy Nash is going to be good depth. Doesn't have to play over Raekwon Davis. Maybe as a rush D tackle. And the top 2 picks were real good. Jalen Hodges is a 77. That's phenomenal. I know that his dev trait's not good, but the ratings are definitely there. 86 hit power, 87 tackle. And then Tremaine Hitchcock is a 77. We thought he'd be somewhere around that. Good man, good zone, both in the 80s, even though he's playing down because of morale. 90 speed is a little bit less than what I would have wanted. But he's a fine player. Maybe better suited at safety. But nah, he'll be fine at corner. So a couple things. I didn't trade Austin Jackson, you noticed, I'm sure. And he had a workout with Teron Armstead, something like that. He got 10,000 XP. So he's up to a 71 now. So he is looking a little bit better. Probably still not going to start anywhere across the line. Robert Hunt, Chris Paul, Solomon Kindley, I think is what I'm going to go with. I mean, Austin Jackson still got to be fairly young. 24. He could start, but I'll go with Chris Paul and Solomon Kindley. Maybe. No. I'm gonna leave it as is. Tua getting up to superstar dev is awesome. Could use a third receiver, but we don't desperately need one. And then defensively, I like the defense. I do. Could start Nash over Davis, but I don't think I'm going to do that. And then Hitchcock's going to play over Noah Igbenogany. I like the safeties. Linebackers are going to be looking perfect with Hodges moving over to the left. I like the team. Yeah, Nash is going to be the rush D tackle over Davis. Do I honestly just start him over him anyway? Yeah, all right. Made sure TYREEK kills in the slot, and I will see you guys at the midseason mark. I'm expecting big things. Team's starting to come together. Looking pretty good. 5-2 again at the midseason mark. However, this time the Patriots are also 5-2. And the players that will have to re-sign either now or at the start of the offseason, Marcus Peters, who, whatever. Logan Wilson will be a big one. He's worth paying. And he wants $3 million more per year than what Andrew Van Ginkel wanted, which is reasonable. Chase Edmonds, Tua, Robert Hunt, Noah Igbenogany, Raekwon Davis, Solomon Kindley, Austin Jackson. Oh. If I'm going to trade Austin Jackson, now's probably the time. Hitchcock, only star dev, a little bit disappointing. And we don't know Nash yet. Probably just going to be star, though, but I like the look of him. Traded Austin Jackson and a 5th for a 3rd rounder this year from the Bears. The pick that we traded away was from next year's draft, I believe. So not really going to impact too much. And we're making another trade. Solomon Kindley, a 2nd this year and a 6th next year, gets us Eric McCoy. And I was right about Tua because he is fairly cheap for a potential franchise quarterback with superstar dev. 16 mil per year, or at least for this first one. So that's pretty good. Logan Wilson is up next. He's going to be pretty expensive, but once again, I think he's worth this. So we'll bring him back. Robert Hunt for sure. Very reasonable deal. Noah Igbenogany is good depth. Might not bring back Marcus Peters. Noah Igbenogany might be the 3rd best option next season. And Raekwon Davis is also not that expensive. I'm fine extending him long term. It's once again good depth. Let's send him to the playoffs. We'll worry about the rest of the contracts in the offseason. And Marcus Peters, I'm not sure he's going to be with the team. So the second half of the season didn't go quite to plan. 10-7, meaning our second half was horrible. The inverse of the first half. Tua threw a lot more interceptions, fewer yards, fewer touchdowns. Bad signs in general. Miles Sanders can't break that 4 yards per carry mark that have 14 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, maybe better in a limited role. Maybe Jalen Waddle should go back to the slot. I don't know. Maybe it'd be better to not have Velus Jones catching 63 passes. I don't know what's happening, but we're going to consider what to do about it. Logan Wilson, 112 tackles, 16 TFLs for Christian Wilkins. And look at these sacks. 20 for Jalen Phillips, 17 for Emmanuel Agba. Roy Nash has star dev, not a shock at all. And the interceptions 4 for Marcus Peters. And we play Denver in the wild card. We're up to an 87 overall. The offense is significantly better than the defense. And it's another first round exit where we get blown out and allow 40 points. Okay, well, that's got to change. We'll head to another offseason after another early exit and see what we can do to make this team a true contender in 2024. Bucks over the Bengals in the Super Bowl. I think we just need to continue to develop our players. That's really it. Christian McCaffrey MVP. Nothing crazy in there at all. For Defensive Player of the Year or anything like that. 15.9 mil in available salary cap. Do we need to bring anybody back? I feel like we got the big ones. Just Peters, who's down to an 83. Chase Edmonds, Brandon Jones. I think I'm good. Interesting. Jerry Jeudy's here. Justin Jefferson is here. Stephon Gilmore. Ooh, I don't know. Might try to get Stephon Gilmore. I think he'd be really good for a season. And I think we need to clear up some salary cap space. I just don't know how we're gonna do it. This Jerome Baker contract is pretty big. Don't want to release him, but it's a lot of money. Okay, so we brought back Marcus Peters, but Jerry Jeudy declined. Rejected by Jerry Jeudy. We put in a pretty decent offer for him, and in the end, he decided to go to the Cleveland Browns. Let me try to get Tim Patrick. He's a very different receiver to what we currently have, and that could be a good look. And we got Tim Patrick. Jalen Phillips up to superstar. He's getting to be pretty good. I know only an 84 right now, but he's getting pretty close to being a monster. I think, I don't know. I think we're close. We pick at number 24. Will we actually spend that pick on a player, or would it be better utilized trading for somebody? Need a backup running back. The offense really shouldn't be a problem. I just feel like we need to make a big upgrade on defense, and I'm not sure where it's going to be. I'd like the idea of bringing in a really good corner. I like my linebackers. Like, these guys are developing. We just need, I don't know. We need something. We need a difference maker. I think it's going to be a corner. It's going to be a first rounder, number 24, and a third rounder for PS2, Patrick Surtain the second. And I think he can eventually develop into being the lockdown true CB1. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you're going to trade for a corner, why would you trade for one worse than what you already have? You have Marcus Peters. You drafted Tremaine Hitchcock. You extended Noah Igbenogany. Guys are going to move around. Peters is a one-year deal. Hitchcock will be a backup strong safety this year, maybe. I think it's going to work out pretty well. Maybe play some nickel as well. But Surtain is someone we can actually develop. Zone cover is not great, but we can actually develop him. I'm also going to move Logan Wilson to Mike, where I think he's going to make more of an impact. And Jerome Baker, I don't want to move to outside linebacker yet because I'm going to have to extend him. And I want to wait to do that. So nothing going on in this draft for us. We used it to get Patrick Surtain the second. I'm good. Always curious. Let's see the draft recap. See if anyone was great. Who did we miss out on? 79 overall receiver, 80 overall running back, 78 overall corner. Decent class. Will Clancy looks a lot like the corner we took. Yeah, I mean, they're very similar. The Bears went with an 89 speed receiver at number 1 overall. Huh. And they don't even need Trevor Brown. They have Nick Chubb. Tyreek Hill surely does not think that Seth Williams is something special. There's no way. We do have a lot of great depth, though. We really do. Jerome Baker is going to be moved to right outside linebacker. However, he will be not, or he won't be actually listed on the team as a right outside linebacker, but in the depth chart, he will be. Just doing that for the sake of saving money. Way more expensive to be an outside linebacker because they count them as like edge rushers and stuff versus an inside linebacker where they're actually a true linebacker. 4-3 at the midseason mark, which is as poorly as we've done in this entire video. However, it's tied for second in the AFC East. The Jets are 4-2. The only reason they're sitting atop is they haven't played the extra game yet because of an earlier bye week. So we're in a fine position. We could still easily win the division. And I want to extend Jerome Baker, but also Xavier Howard, Jalen Waddle, Patrick Surtain, Eric McCoy, Javon Holland, Jalen Phillips. Wow, it's a lot of guys. First and foremost, Jalen Waddle. Welcome back. Patrick Surtain wants more money. Don't love that because the rest of these guys are going to be really expensive. Holland, I think, is reasonable. He wants more money as well. Jalen Phillips is the one I'm really worried about. Although this actually doesn't even look bad. That's a fine contract for Jalen Phillips. I like that a lot. But we're still working on a lot of these guys. Eric McCoy will also be pretty important. And he is back. So I stopped the sim at week 17. We're 10-5. It looks like we're going to win the division. The reason I stopped early is to try and re-sign these players that you can't re-sign during the playoffs. So Surtain wants more money in general. I can do that. It's a big contract, but he's worth it. And Surtain is back long-term. And Javon Holland, same deal. Wants more money. Getting a little bit close to what I can afford, but that's fine. Xavier Howard is a franchise tag candidate, probably. And I'd love to bring back Jerome Baker, but he wants more money. Can you not, please? TYREEK is just killing us. Ooh, big boost for the O-line. Entire offensive line plus 10,000 XP. Back-to-back games, apparently, without recording or allowing a sack. We were 11-5. And I think nearly guaranteed to make the playoffs. And we just lost 38-0 to the Packers week 18. Did we sit every starter? How does that happen? We're in the wild card. Man, Jordan Love dominated. Led the league in passing yards too, at just 12 yards shy of a 5,000 passing yard season. 34 touchdowns, 17 picks. Rushing, Miles Sanders just still can't get over 4 yards per carry. Receiving, Jalen Waddle, I think back in the slot was the right move. 1,600 yards, 10 TDs. Gesicki, ultra effective. TYREEK, decent enough season as well. And then defensively, Jerome Baker at 143 tackles, 14 for loss. 21, though, for Agba and Phillips for TFL. 17 for Wilkins. And look at quarterback sacks. 20 for Emmanuel Agba. 14.5 for Jalen Phillips. Not a ton of interceptions. All right, Cleveland Browns standing in our way. Can we win a playoff game, please? Yes. 47-28. This time we blow out our opposition. Tired of it happening to us. And Jalen Hodges, let's do pass coverage. Upgrade that aspect of his game. The Jaguars at 80 overall went 12-5. We at an 89 overall now went 11-6. I'm hopping in. We got to kill this team. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but it's a close game. Jags up 6-3, not very high scoring. 13-3 Jacksonville. Finally a touchdown. We might take the lead here. Nope, 13-13, 20-13 Dolphins. Jags tie it right back up, and we take the lead 27-20. Jacksonville trying to drive. And that's going to be a big catch for Markel Sapp from Trevor Lawrence. DJ Chark still in Jacksonville. And that's a nice way to sack the quarterback. But it looks like Jacksonville's going to tie the game. Jalen Waddle going deep. Open up TYREEK underneath. He's got like a billion speed. Got to be able to throw it to him. TYREEK will be the ultimate clear out on that left side. We're actually going to step up with Tua. Oh, we're getting sacked. They were all over it. Good stop by the defense, and it's 4th and 4. We're going to have another shot. 2 timeouts, and we're going to be starting from the 24. 3rd and 10. Oh, my God, Tua. That's dead-eye. It wasn't even close. Once again, we will have another shot. Jacksonville couldn't move the football at all. And TYREEK, I need you to make something magic happen. It's hard to be faster than TYREEK. Doesn't really look like it, though. The movement in this game, I don't like it. I really don't. Please throw it. Jalen Waddle. Beautiful. Down the sideline. We got blocks. Jalen Waddle to the 18. That was really ugly, but guess what? It worked. And we're going to be iced anyway. Even though another play has happened. All right, whatever. Jason Sanders, kick the game winner, please. Kick is up and good. Miami moving on to the AFC Championship. Oh, that game was stressful. And the AFC Championship is going to be the 11-6 Jets against the 11-6 Dolphins. Now, you might notice something about the Jets. They're an 82 overall with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. I don't know what's going on. Dolphins up early, 7-0. Jets answer right back. Now 14-10 Jets after another touchdown, but we retake the lead. And the Jets answer right back. This is a shootout already. 24-21 Dolphins, 31-21 Dolphins. Jets right back on the board with a TD. 31-28. Deep into the fourth quarter now. Dolphins barely holding on to a lead. That's a 2-minute warning, and we'll try to ice it. 3rd and 5. We have to try and get the first down here. And I think we're going to get it. Waddle. How is Jalen Waddle not... That's an interception? Dude, this game is horrible. Who would want to play this? I know I'm playing it. Jalen Waddle is how fast? I need to know what Meadows' speed is. I need to know. How are you running across the field with Jalen Waddle? Ball kind of underthrown, of course. But then how does he intercept this? He knocks it down and then picks it off the ground. There's no angle to catch a ball like that. No one can catch the ball like this off the ground. Meadows has 92 speed. He's a 78 overall rookie with apparently 100 catching. Jalen Waddle has 97 speed. I just don't know how he's running with that. Touchdown for the Jets now wins the game. Field goal for the Jets would, of course, tie. Rodgers under pressure, going down. It's Emmanuel Ogbah. 3rd and 18. They're running a screen. Just contain it. Big tackle, Jerome Baker. Jets calling their penultimate timeout. Is 4th and 16. 1:14 to play. Come on, defense. I'd love for you to check down Rodgers. Rodgers going deep. Amos, game-sealing pick. The Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl. And that is your ball game. Yeah, you know what it is? It's just using the default sliders where nothing plays right. Nothing even plays close to okay. It's like the default minimum speed threshold doesn't make any sense. And it's the Battle of Florida. Dolphins representing the AFC. No Jags in there. We knocked them off. And it's going to be Tampa Bay versus Miami. Jalen Phillips got Superstar X Factor. I just noticed it. Superstar X Factor for Jalen Phillips. Ooh, Javon Holland up to Superstar. Like to see that. Any particular reason? Doesn't seem like. Let's just take a look at the team. Seems like things went pretty well. Don't really see any changes on offense. No Superstar X Factor for Tua. And then defensively, Emmanuel Ogbah has Superstar X Factor as well. Okay. Jerome Baker finally has star. And I haven't extended him yet, so I can't move him to a true outside linebacker. But this is a good looking team. All right, here we go. Super Bowl against the Bucs. We are an 89 to their 87. Seems like their team's still in place. Vita Vea, Devin White, Mike Evans. See if we can take them out. Miami on the board, first 7-0. Bucs answer with a field goal. Now it's 10-3 Dolphins. Got the football back, another field goal, 13-3. Tampa answers with a touchdown. It's just a field goal game, and now it's a tie ball game here in the second half. Miami pulls ahead 20-13. Tampa trying to answer, and they do with a touchdown. They have the football back, and they're going to score again, but it's a field goal, and I'm jumping in on offense. It's trying to get it to Tyreek Hill and let him run. That's it. There's Tyreek. Man, Tua's got the longest release in the game, huh? Underneath again. I feel like, and I hope this isn't like an omen for real life, foreshadowing for things to come, but it's so tough to throw the ball down the field to Tyreek Hill because Tua's release is so long. Like, I would say that of anyone that I've used this year, Tyreek Hill, sideline, great catch. Oh, what a ball from Tua. As I was saying, I think Tua's probably the worst quarterback I've used in Madden this year. He just feels horrible to play with. And it's not even just being a lefty. You get to Mike Gesicki, it's the long release. It's the accuracy. It's the everything. It's the arm strength. I very much hate it. Jalen Waddle, touchdown. We go ahead. And that will do it for the Super Bowl 27-23. The Miami Dolphins are finally, yet again, Super Bowl champions. Wasn't with Dan Marino. First time since the early 70s. Baker Mayfield is the Bucs quarterback in this timeline. But that is it. Mission accomplished. Super Bowl back home in Miami. And I think that's going to do it for the video. Got our result we wanted. Did a lot of crazy things, but this offseason's been crazy. So I think it kind of goes hand in hand. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I think you're going to enjoy the rest of the videos if you like this one, if you made it this far. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah. Promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn taking it back to the house. Defense a joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.